Afternoon, welcome once again, friends, to Gaming Under the Influence. I'm Mike here with Alex, coming to you for fucking episode 77 from Green Dragon CVR in Woodbridge. Fucking our pleasure to talk to you guys again about fucking video games. A gout.
Fucking
hey, that works.
A gout video
It's just
games.
as good as about.
Same shit. Yeah, definitely excited to be here. Things have been pretty cool lately. With,
it has been great.
I've been pulling my hair out quite a bit, but
yeah,
playing Returnal, but that's another story.
Yeah, we'll definitely get into that, but
into soon.
Yeah, it has been a pretty good fucking period. We've been saying that over and over again for the past couple of weeks, it feels like, but you know, today we wanted to come at you with a little bit of fucking a wrap up for this quarter of 2021. We're saying it's the end of Q1 2021 now that we're about to fucking hit the midway mark of May.
Yeah, we're well into Q2 at this point, I guess.
Yes, we are.
But,
I guess we're fucking into the first month of Q2, but
technically Returnal would fall into Q2, I think.
Yeah, I guess so. Probably fiscally it's already a different quarter, but I just mean like the first quarter of the year.
But whatever,
chronologically.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about games that fall into that. And I think we can class at least Mass Effect as the fucking first bit of that. And then fucking after this week, it'll be the fucking next part, you know?
Sure. Can do whatever the fuck we want. It's our show.
Yeah, that's right. We're the bosses. You're not my supervisor. And fucking we're going to talk firstly, buddy, a little bit about Alex and his experience with Returnal this week. We're going to talk a little bit about Resident Evil 8, the iterations on fucking 7, which I find fascinating, especially pertaining to its progression, and how a couple of the other cool characters reinforce some of the themes we talked about with Lady Dimitrescu on Tuesday. And with Mass Effect, which is now out and available fucking on our website, by the way, for people who live in Richmond Hill.
Mass Effect,
Vaughan,
quite
and
we have quite different experiences going into Mass Effect. Me as a total Mass Effect virgin, practically, and you as someone who loves these games. And has
yes, indeed.
Probably played them quite extensively.
I played two twice, actually, which is huge for me. I played it on Xbox and on PS3 when it came out.
Damn, dude.
It's an excellent game, and I'm thrilled to fucking talk about them with you and fucking maybe go over some fucking insights for new players who haven't gotten into this series yet, like what's worth fucking paying attention to. Should you do the side quests? Which game should you start with? Should you play one, you know?
That would be helpful for me as well. Perfect.
Obviously, the common line is that, you know, 2 is the masterpiece of the series, right?
Yeah, I've heard that often.
Yeah.
And that 3 had a shit ending.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know. I didn't care so much about that. I don't want some cushy fucking resolution where everybody gets married or some shit, so.
Yeah, right? Well, you didn't prefer something like that?
I definitely didn't.
Where all the loose ends are tied up nicely in a little pretty package.
No, buddy.
Here you go, bingo, bango.
Fuck no. So,
anyways.
Tell me, man. What the fuck's been going on in Returnal?
I have been fucking hammering my head against the wall, for the most part, every time
Why would you say that is?
Returnal. I think I'm just finding it more difficult than you did.
I don't know, man. You're better at those games than me, though, I think. Straight up.
Maybe. I don't know. But it's kicking my ass. It's been tough. I feel like I get unlucky a lot. Maybe I just suck. I don't know.
I know. Probably a lot of it is luck, man. Because definitely I'm shittier at fucking shooters and stuff like that. It's not like we're playing a Souls-like and this is my genre of game, right? Like,
true.
Although maybe there's a couple of conventions that carry over, but even the way the iframes work, it's like immediate. You know, you have to get over your fucking tendency to time it differently, right? Yeah. For me, it was
it's easy to dash through. There's a very there's a very considerate window there, right? Like it's generous for sure. There's a lot of
you fucking need it.
Generosity
expects you to rely
in that
on
game,
right?
definitely. Yeah,
I love games with iframes, man. I love that because in theory it means that you can beat anything if you're just fucking precise enough, right?
Yeah, that's true. You can beat the system, and it's not too difficult. I mean, like I said, the dash window is generous. Like
it's different in its arrangement, I suppose. The way the parts all fucking lock together, and if you have some bad runs, it could really fuck you over, I guess.
Yeah. But I have to say, even though I am struggling a little bit, so I finally cleared biome 5. I'm on the last level. I'm right at the end anyway.
Fucking shit, man.
And
I struggled there too.
Was killer, but again, it was like 3 for me, where I fucking was banging my head against the wall. I was doing like 6 or 7 runs one night and losing my mind. I was like, hey, I have to step away. Like, I knew it too, right? And I was still going. I was still trying. I would die, and I'd be like, fuck it, one more. Fuck it, one more.
Was definitely the hardest one for me too.
I needed to step away.
Yeah.
Then I tried it again last night, and I did it first try. I went in, I took my time, slow, like I picked up some of the stuff I needed. I'm finding it hard to, lately I haven't been able to find a lot of protection upgrades for whatever
don't you think
reason, but I don't know, whatever.
An important thing with this is it really gets at what is hard about Returnal. Like, of course, the moment-to-moment gameplay is hard. Yeah, getting lucky perhaps is hard. Yeah, but it's also a game of like fucking attrition and weighing risk, right?
I know, that's true.
You know, If it was just you going boss rush, like you could smash that shit, right?
Yeah,
it's not that. It's not like Souls where the level is whatever. You kind of fucking go through it like, you know, it's personally like in the Souls games. I'm sure most people feel this way actually. Like the levels versus the boss is almost the reverse of that experience, right? In this game, it's more relaxed going to the final. Like finally, I got to the boss, right? And the level is really what chokes you the fuck out. Where in Souls, it's the other way around entirely. You know, you really like kind of go through the normal enemies. They're whatever. They're a bit challenging, but they're not gonna catch you up that much, right?
Yeah, you eventually pretty much get.
Whereas the boss can fucking catch you up for a year. You know, it can be a tough experience. I feel like it's the reverse here, right? Like
it is. You're right.
Yeah.
I feel like if I get to the boss, I can probably like fluke it off or like a couple tries, I'll have it down packed. It's like
you gotta get there with enough resources. That's it.
Exactly. Yeah.
To make one or two mistakes, I guess.
And that's why I was pissed because I had a fucking an astronaut and the watch. So I'm like, hey, I have 2 respawns, but I have to get there, and I died on the way. And I was thinking, should I have just ran there? But sometimes when you run there, you get fucking smashed on the way too. You get fucked up. Like it's
that's
fucked,
the thing,
man.
yeah. Running, that's the problem with it, yeah. I'm pretty sure that fucking, you know, if you're going into 6, like the best thing to do would be to farm the shit out of the first area and just use the free heals at your ship, you know, to get just beefed the fuck up as most you can. Right? Purchase everything from the shop that would be remotely useful. Make sure you have enough going into number 5 that you can just run to the shop and buy everything you need immediately, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah. Grind the shit out of 1 and find the shop in 6. Find the res point, and after that, don't fucking explore no more, man.
And then just go.
Yeah, just go. Yeah. Stop taking risks as soon as you don't need to take them anymore, you know? And if you have a fucking good weapon, like the homing missiles on the Seeker there or whatever, or the beam or some shit, like you can play pretty conservatively, like just stay back and just fucking...
keep pumping, keep pumping into the air,
Yeah. Just be careful, and if you manage to get to the boss, 100% if you get to the boss, if you have a couple of healing packs, if you have an astronaut, you're going to do it, no problem. The boss is not that hard, especially if you bring the Seeker, the fucking Hollow Seeker with the portal beam, so that you don't have to fucking... if your DPS is like...
damage,
Yeah, exactly. If you have to fucking only do DPS when you're not moving or when you can aim perfectly, then you're going to have a shit time of it for sure.
Yeah.
But if you can just spam up into the air and fucking everything hits him, then you're going to have no problem
I'm going to do it. I feel like I made it this far. There's no way I can stop now, but it does feel like... how like in Souls when you first fight a boss and it feels like
definitely
it's
hopelessness,
impossible. Like, you're like that's kind of how I feel. I feel like there's no way, right?
Yeah.
But
I know, I feel you, man. I definitely had that feeling too.
I'll get there, and then and then I'll probably drop it and never touch it again. But
same, yeah. But you're not that fucking. It's not like you're playing like you're still under 30 hours. You're not like in order.
I think I'm at around 28. Yeah. So I mean, there's people who I've saw on Reddit, like people are freaking out or like finally beat Biome 3, and they're like probably the same amount of hours. Everyone's gonna put in different time, right?
True,
it shouldn't it shouldn't discourage anybody. It definitely doesn't discourage
That's
me.
part of this game, right? Probably
longer.
you even see more of the story than I do if you play more, right?
Yeah.
You get more audio logs. There's definitely shit out there.
Yeah. Did you go to all the times in the house, like in between each biome?
That's how you unlock the watch.
Right.
The last one, yes.
Right. Yeah.
Which is good. You know, you can have 2 fucking reses, and I think you may even be able to get 2 astronauts at a time. I'm not sure.
That would be nuts if you just have a bunch of reses. Then it becomes a little more trivial. I guess you just fucking keep pumping and dodging and good times.
The last boss, the hardest part about him is, you know, he's got like all the shit raining down at you from the middle, but he also has these tentacles at his sides where he goes like this sometimes, and then these purple rings expand out from both sides towards the center. So you have to time your jump, because you can jump higher in the water level, you'll notice, right? So you have to wait, look at both of them, and time your jump so that as you jump, that's fucked, by the way, so that you go over both circles at once, and they just open up underneath you, kind of, right? And that for me was a little bit tricky, but otherwise, that boss is fucking easy, bro. Yeah. Just bring the portal gun or bring the fucking the pylons and
just shit into it. It's
really
reminding me of
this is horrifying.
It reminds me of like Mortal Shell in the sense that there wasn't that like many bosses. They're all kind of similar, and it feels like
that's right.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah,
but
it does. Very many ways it reminds me of Mortal Shell. Yeah, I definitely get that.
I like that game. I kind of want to.
Yeah, man, I would play it on PS5. Didn't you pick one up for me? One of those weird fucking...
I did. I picked up, I think, a PS5 copy.
Yeah, true.
I don't even know if I did open it.
Is it cool?
I don't know if I played it.
I haven't opened mine yet, actually.
Actually, I don't know if I opened it. I don't know, man. I have so many fucking...
Yeah, it's neat, though. It's very cool.
Yeah. You want to laugh?
Yeah.
Our niece came over the other day, and she just got a PS4, and she's been like, so now we're Blockbuster, right? Because I have a ton of games on the shelf.
Yeah.
So she returned 2 games that she had. I think it was Crash Bandicoot and like a one of the MLB
She
games.
take good care of him, probably. She
And
seems
I
like
wasn't
the
even
kinda kid.
home because I would have stopped this, but she took God of War 2018, and I think Tony Hawk.
I don't think she'll like God of War 2018.
I don't think so either. That's why I would have stopped it.
Yeah. I don't
And
like
I don't
it
think
for
she's
very
gonna
many
like it.
reasons,
Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, we'll see.
but Let's not get into it. Let's just not.
Yeah. We'll just leave it at that. There's other good shit going on, like Returnal, which I'm gonna hopefully wrap up tonight because I'm kind of torn. Like I want to jump into Mass Effect tonight,
Yeah,
now.
smash out
but it's
that
like
last
also
level,
like
bro.
I'm right there. Like
Yeah,
what the
man.
fuck? I'm gonna drop.
That's
it
like
now?
an hour, bro.
Fuck,
That's
man.
not.
Yeah, that's what I
From
mean.
start to finish, it's an hour.
So I'll probably try and squeeze that out tonight, and then ideally I'd love to start Mass Effect tomorrow, and like this. So fuck, I don't know. We should get into Resident Evil before we.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, man. Just don't take risk, fucking, unless after you
I'll-
find the res
I'll go
point.
slow. I'll pick up what I need.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Find
I
the
tried
shop,
doing
find
that,
the res point,
sometimes
and that's
doesn't
it.
work. Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Fuck, it's the best you can do, right? But make sure for
Yeah.
sure, don't go to 5. Like, go through the shortcut in 4, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, through you jump in the water there and
You
you
go
come right
left
out,
instead of right at the that
yeah.
fucking yeah.
Yeah. Although, if you do go into 5 and you run straight through, because sometimes it actually, bro, fuck. I think what I actually did do in mine, because 5, if you've opened up 5, the
is
portal,
really
you just jump
the
right through it.
Yeah.
And you should go
But
to
you
5.
have a shop there.
Yeah,
And a
yeah,
portal.
yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and they have a weapon. They give you a weapon right at the beginning. They give you fucking the proficiency thing. Well, I mean, the 6 one will overwrite it anyways, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
should go to that shop. It could just give you
Yeah.
health kits and astronauts.
Maybe an astronaut.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, true. I think I did do that actually in that
Yeah,
one.
no, that
That'll
does
help.
make sense,
That'll help.
though. That's actually stupid to skip it.
Yeah, because it's a shortcut. The
It's
hard
just
parts
a-
are the branching ones,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You go through the doors to get to the
Yeah.
So hey, okay, I'm gonna fuck around a little bit tonight. I gotta go.
Yeah, that does give you a nice extra, like, fuck, you may not even need to look for the shop in 6. If you have an astronaut, you have a bunch of healing, Maybe they'll have protection, maybe it's still worth it, but like, it'll definitely help you out,
I think
man.
the big problem is I need to farm obiolites like right away.
That's true,
because to get like the integrity upgrades, it's like 325 of them. So I
Yeah,
have to,
that's
like,
true.
try
They're
and get
expensive.
fucking-
That's true.
Usually I end up just getting healing items and then it fucks me up.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Wow.
But you could probably fucking buy out the shop in the first area easily, right? If you
Yeah.
just kill all the fucking shit,
Yeah, that's what I gotta do.
The problem is sometimes you get into situations like those rooms that have lockdowns. That's fucked, bro. This is fucked up. It's disgusting.
What the fuck is
Yeah.
that?
But yeah, you get into those lockdown situations, and then you end up using your resources, right?
That
Yeah. Then you're boned. You're
I gotta
truly
say,
boned.
I hate that. I can't tell you how many times that's fucked me.
Yeah, man. Peek into the
lockdown,
room.
but-
Like, you can go forward just
Yeah,
enough to
I
unlock
know,
the map.
yeah.
You can tell, and then just don't do it. Don't
Sometimes
do
you
it.
see like the red shit, like the
Yeah.
enemies forming, and I just nope the fuck out of there. So I'm like,
Yeah.
no, and
I guess though, like, you gotta weigh it again. Like, if you can
Mm-hmm.
fucking perhaps buy an astronaut with the money you're gonna get from that, maybe it's worth taking the shot, right? It could
True,
make your
yeah.
run or break it, So
that's true.
I don't know. Like, I think that's probably the best strategy. Yeah, definitely hit that store in 5. That's stupid. I shouldn't have told you not to fucking go through.
No,
it.
like you know what? I didn't. I was already doing it when you messaged me and said that. I was already just blasting right, and I never thought of it. And I was like, fuck it. But like, I knew the store was there. It's like how we just both figured it out right now. Or I was like beeline mode. You know what I mean? I just wanted to fucking finish,
exactly,
right?
yeah.
Not thinking critically. And
But there's no combat even between you and 6 if you go through 5.
Yeah. There's no point in not trying.
There's no risk at all. You just
Yeah.
fucking blast right through, and the store's right there.
Yeah.
And at the very least, you know what else you could do? Fuck, you could convert your. For me, ether. I always had too much ether. I was always running around
I'm
with
starting
20 plus,
to have quite a
Tons.
bit, so I convert it to
Yeah,
obiolite
exactly, yeah.
sometimes, and then
Yeah.
and then buy more shit. Right?
At first, I was always buying ether, but then I was like, the fuck. Oftentimes, I would find ether, and I
Yeah.
couldn't even pick it up because you can only have 30, right? So
Oh, I didn't know
just
you.
fucking
I didn't know
converted
you
it.
could only
Yeah.
have 30.
You can only have
Could only
30.
have 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started sort of amassing it a little bit now too. So
I didn't even realize this bed was here. This part's so scary, bro.
Oh
I
my
actually was
God,
very
this
uncomfortable playing
looks-
this.
yeah,
at night.
really? It
Just
looks-
high as fuck alone. Like, this baby thing it's crying, man. Oh, it's truly
really-
horrifying.
yeah.
This whole fucking zone, like, it's all playing on this fucking maternality relationship, and it's just horrifying.
Ooh. Man, I love that, like, maybe not love, but like, it's so funny seeing all this fucking Resident Evil Village getting like some weird, like, I mean, I think it was. I don't check reviews anymore, but I think it was.
It got okay received, but I'm surprised that it's not as well received as 7. Why? I like it better. Way better.
And it's got like some weird. There's been some weird articles coming out about people fucking whining about. Remember I sent you some of them. I'm having trouble recalling them, but yeah, it's like it lost its identity, and
that's just called not being a basic bitch, you know.
Smashed up in a. Like,
yeah, that's right. It's pastiche. That's the word. Google it. You know. It's always been that. What the fuck? Was Resident Evil not a pastiche, the very first entry? You know, you got a mansion and zombies. It's totally not George A. Romero plus every other fucking horror movie that ever came out, right?
What the fuck is the problem?
I just mean to say, of course. Like, video games has always been a sort of pastiche fucking operation, right? They're always drawing on pre-existing cinema and novels and stuff.
It's like, it's to the same degree as movies and films in Hollywood being drawing off books. Like,
in my mind, though, like, fucking fucking intertextuality is not a mark against you. That's a mark of richness and fucking your cultural literacy, bro. Like, it's like Dante writing about fucking, you know, he wrote the Divine Comedy about this guy, he goes through hell and heaven and purgatory, but fucking it's laden with characters from every fucking Homeric myth, and Aristotle's there and shit, right? Like, yeah, he fucking didn't invent that. Aristotle, fucking Dante's poem has no identity. Like, fuck, you're so stupid, right? Think about applying that fucking concept to anything else and you'll see how truly dumb it is, you know?
Everything, dude, everything, even as far as like, you know, something in music, everything came from something. Like, there's...
I think, though, like, the fucking mark of whether or not that's a good or bad thing is not the fact that it derives from something else. Truly, everything derives from something else. It's impossible.
I don't think it matters.
I
don't think it even matters unless it's blatant fucking plagiarism. That's
I think, like, what makes it plagiarism, though, is what you do with it, right? Like, you're fucking taking, the superficial elements, from, like, its visual aspects, even the story. All of these fucking parts are just the body that you put a soul in, ideally, right? Like, that's what you're trying to do, and there's no fucking reason not to take as many things as you can from good places, buddy.
Yeah.
To raid the treasure house of the Egyptians, you know, so to speak, right? Like,
that is fucked up.
Yeah, man.
It looks sick, though.
Yeah.
Makes me want to play RE8. It looks really dope.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking amazing, man. Yeah, we should always take good things from everywhere. That's a strength, actually. It means that the matter of the thing, you know, like the fucking, you know, like a sculptor, right? He's got a fucking form. He's going to make a statue of a fucking, a bird or some shit. That's the form, the bird, and the matter is his fucking marble. Here, your matter is all the richer in proportion that it encompasses other shit.
All the other shit.
Why is that bad? I truly, like, I can't fucking understand, you know? What is this weird fetishistic attraction to quote-unquote originality that, by the way, doesn't even exist at all? What?
Yeah, like, what's a lost
It's just de facto, like, knee-jerk. You know, we were talking before about those people who are victims of their socialization. This guy fucking being like, it's not original. Like, okay, elaborate, please. Like, why should I give a fuck? Explain to me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it is, by the way. On top of that, like, it's not original in what sense? That you've seen a doll in the movie Annabelle? You know what I mean? In what sense is it not original? Like,
dude,
this is what it is. It's a horror pastiche.
Horrifying and
The point is that it fucking explores all of these superficial tropes in light of its own fucking concepts, in light of its own universe, right? In light of the ontology of the fucking makers of this game and not the people who made those whatever references were. You know what I mean? And so it's fucking cool. Like, it's definitely, like, in that sense, I don't know, like, I've read articles like that too, people complaining about how, like, it tries to please everyone and therefore it pleases no one in terms of specifically the sense in which, like, it's atonal. You know what I mean? It has, like, funniness on top of, like, grotesque mutilation of the main character, which, again, like, to my mind, just reinforces that shit I was going on about the other day, right? Those symptom formations that relate you via something with a hole in it, like with its own deficiencies baked in to a fucking broader totality that's truly, like, uncomfortable for you, right? Like, you know, and actually, let's start there. Fucking, I talked before about how Lady Dimitrescu, you know, like, her fucking sexual fucking features, you know, like, her luxuriant, like, overflowing sexuality. Like, this is the way, like, fucking we can engage with fucking what is her true form without it fucking obliterating us, you know? Because her true form is that fleshy monstrosity you fight in her boss battle there, right? Like, it doesn't comport with the real. Like, the reason why, just like in this fucking, you know, like this Ezekian sense, we need a symptom. The reason why we can't just see the real directly, because pure positivity of it is too explosive for us. We would just see that we're the same thing as it. It would mean literally the death of your subject coordinates. So to engage with the real, to engage with that monstrosity, we need fucking a symptom, some kind of finite form to desire it through, you know, that makes it pleasing to us, and that's what we get in Lady Dimitrescu. And here, this fucking takes another guise, and what we're watching right now is the fucking second area of the game with Beneviento, you know? It was second for me. I'm pretty sure it is for everyone. There's a set order you have to go through the areas in, and the way that Resident Evil Village is set up is, you know, all the Resident Evil games have been about going over these fucking closed areas with a fine-tooth comb and opening up new pathways and branching out, right? Here, they fucking take it in the direction of a conventional, fucking adventure game practically, like almost like a Souls, right? Like there's a hub area, which is the village, which you get like tools in each area to unlock new parts of marginally.
Fucking like Sekiro.
Yeah. And then branching out from that, there's these 4 zones that each contain a lord of the fucking area, one of the main bosses, right? And they're all differently themed. So the first one is that Lady Dimitrescu there. The second one is this doll maker, Beneviento, whose daughter died apparently when she was 9 years old. You find her tombstone there. And now I think she used the mold from 7 to reanimate the girl in the body of this doll here, right? And the third one is this guy called Moreau. He's like a fish monster who's a dork. Like he's a goofy dude who everybody makes fun of, but he becomes a disgusting, like giant multi-eyed fish creature by the end of it, so.
Nice.
Just like in the first case with Dimitrescu and, her sexuality fucking being like a manageable interface for us to relate to the real through, which is her monster form. Here we have fucking, a maternal relationship, almost like what we would fucking, without thinking about it, consider something warm that we all have fucking fond memories of, at least if we didn't fucking have terrible parents. Which I didn't. I mean, so maternality to me strikes me as something like, and probably to most people, a beneficent relationship, right? Like it's the side of the thing that fucking indicates like fucking causality, like coming out of something in a sense that you owe them for your own fucking existence. It's a beneficent relation at the end of the day. Even in animals, it indicates that the animal is taking care of the fucking offspring, et cetera, et cetera. But the dark underbelly that it conceals, in the same way that Dimitrescu's fucking sexuality conceals that tentacular monster, is this aspect of fucking, like the lady reanimates her fucking daughter with this mold, thereby like essentially turning her into a literal fucking puppet. Like this indicates here, like almost like Returnal, the sense in which the individual is truly just like a simulacra of the real. You're just like a broadcast of something deeper than you. Your real substantial nature is practically non-existent, right? Like what you are is, you relate to the real as this fucking weird doll fucking puppet relates to her mother that fucking created her, right? Like ultimately, in the same way that Celine does to Atropos, that's the suggestion here. Again, we see this symptom versus real formation, this apparent good versus simple good formation, that's the way like fucking, I guess for this woman, but also for you, the player character, fucking being able to perceive or engage with or fight it at all. Like you can only do so via the fucking symptom formation, via the finite thing that lets you fucking, engage with the infinite real without having to face it directly and thereby perish, right?
Yeah.
And that's pretty fucking cool. I did like that fucking weird play on like, the maternality versus like this fascistic, totalizing fucking body without organs style thing that characterizes the real, right? And then we have Moreau, who's a goofy fish monster. He's fucking, he's a goof. Like all of the other lords, his siblings, quote unquote, they make fun of him. They fucking, he's like, don't make fun of me. He's not very bright. He's a dork, right?
He's a dummy.
Yeah. And so he's the fool. He's kind of like a goofy, like the court jester.
Okay.
And it's fucking maybe a little bit harder to detect, like what fucking that could possibly conceal that fucking is a horror. Well, like what does this help us engage with? But fucking idiocy, fucking, in the Cthulhu mythos, the octopus god Cthulhu and Lovecraft and shit, like the fucking creator god of the universe is this guy called, I think his name is Azathoth. He's the idiot god. He's just like formless, pre-fucking reasonable structure that is the real before our fucking ideas have rendered it knowable to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so here, we see that exact thing. Like the fucking figure of the fool is, within our social structure is something to laugh at, but like in and of itself, it fucking is a manageable interface for our engagement with the pre-reasonable real. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The real before it's rendered fucking concordant with our minds and desires and ability to fucking know and measure and shit like that, And so we see Moreau, this fucking goofy guy, he's all malformed and we're laughing at him and shit like that. But when that malformity, or what appears as malformity to us in conventional consciousness, is revealed as the real before we structure it anthropomorphically, it's like reality before we make it into a human society and into a human form and into a fucking meal we can eat. It's just the fucking pre-real. It's idiocy in that sense. It has no fucking structure that we understand, So it's the difference between the idiot fucking within our social structures to laugh at and the idiot before it. The pre-reasonable that literally is, again, bigger than us. We're fucking just particles of it, right? And, it fucking is out to reabsorb us at the end of the day. And so you engage with this goofy fucking malformed monster who becomes a giant fucking disgusting fish swimming around this reservoir, literally trying to eat you alive. The imagery is very explicit. You know?
Gruesome, yeah.
Yeah, so it's explicit at least in that it illustrates the point fucking perfectly. Once again, literally trying to eat you, like, you know. So you know, we have another instance of a symptom formation, right? Like a fucking real that is bigger than us and doesn't comport well with us. It's not anthropocentric, you know. It's fucking kind of contrary to you, right? Like if you recognize it, it demands you fucking kind of give way, that you fall apart. You know, it's your fucking love for it would mean your death. It would be death drive, right?
Yeah.
But that's why we fucking have things like Lady Dimitrescu's sexuality. It allows us to desire the real without fucking perishing in his face, or fucking this little doll that allows us to fucking think that we emerge from it without it totally controlling and being our totality, right? Or we have the fucking idiot that allows us to fucking think that we're laughing at it instead of just being fucking the thing worth laughing at, you know, thinking that we have control over this little sector of things when really we're just bubbles within a swarming ocean of idiocy, right? Like,
Nuts,
so it's cool, man. RE fucking 8 is a great game. Like, in terms of all this shit, I fucking love it. It's definitely more rich in terms of its imagery and the concepts in it than any of the ones I've ever played before. I just finished playing 3. I played 7 just a couple of months ago, and I'm telling you, like, it's easily the best one that I've ever played.
I was gonna say,
you know?
man,
especially
like
of the modern ones.
Watching this footage now, it looks fucking incredible to me. And we're watching it on like a little windowed screen on the PC. No doubt that it's been fucking, it's off of YouTube. So yeah, it's streaming. It's double streamed, actually. Yeah. Like, in any case, the image quality is not up to par with. I'm sure it looks fucking amazing. I can tell it looks fucking amazing. Just
it still looks pretty sick,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. So,
yeah, it's an amazing game.
I'm more inclined to play it after watching this. Like, it looks sick to me.
It's not a challenging game. You know, it's short. It's under 10 hours easily. And fuck, man, if even just on a pure like libidinal level, on the level of like appreciating aesthetically and going through it, even if you don't want to fucking think explicitly of all the stuff I'm saying right now, you experience it, you know, and that makes it rich, in my opinion, right? Like, you feel these things, you understand like the dynamism of it, and the imagery like horrifies you intrinsically, you know?
I don't even care about Lady D. I just want to mess up with the daughters.
Oh yeah.
Hot bitch
That
daughters.
you can do too. You fight 3 vampire ladies. Yeah, and like again, like there's this sense in which, you know, a valid criticism that Skillip had about this game was that it didn't feel as cohesive as number 7. I guess, and he means that 7 feels like, you're exploring the Baker estate. But to me, that's exactly why this one is better, right? It's richer, you know, it's more multi-form, you know? That's not a mark against it. Other than if you're saying what? Like, I don't know, like what does it mean to say it's lost its identity? Its identity is more than you thought it was. That's what it means to say, right? It's not that it doesn't have a coherent form. I literally just explained to you what that was. It translates through all of these aesthetics. These different aesthetics, one from the guy's called Moreau. You know what I mean? Like, this fucking giant fish monster that almost looks like a boss from House of the Dead. This fucking lady that evokes like the sexual nature of Dracula, and the story Carmilla from fucking gothic horror. You know what I mean? This doll like out of Annabelle. All of these are like different horror tropes that this game fucking very clearly unifies with its own identity. I'm telling you, it does. Like, I've just explained it. Like, I'm open to you telling me why I'm wrong, but you don't even fucking broach the question. You just tell me that because the imagery is different, it has no identity, which is stupid as fuck. Sorry. Like,
it's not Resident Evil identity. What is
because I have an arm and a leg, my body has no identity. You know what I mean? Like, what an idiot. You know, that's a bad argument. Sorry. It definitely has an identity, and it's richer for its multifacetedness, its polyvalence, in my opinion, right? I like it. It's a good thing, you know? So it's fucking definitely like in this dual sense, you know? We have this fucking sense in which the imagery, like, in 7, it was more restricted. In all of them, it was more restricted. 7 was like just a total play on Texas Chainsaw, right?
Yeah,
like,
true.
That's the lady, right? Whereas this is a play on all of them. Like, it uses the imagery and the tropes from all of them.
If you think about it, it takes more broad,
broader
strokes of fucking,
instilling though in
things
service of a very coherent concept. That is the relation between the symptom formations, the finite goods with which we engage with reality versus the fucking reality itself, right?
That's even more impressive. It seems like they really took 7, expanded on it, made an even fucking
conceptually it's very
right?
fucking expansive and clear and more coherent, in my opinion. And in terms of the gameplay, like, they managed to take it in the direction of, like, they're almost like aping like fucking open world or action games or Dark Souls. They're like, there's this world, there's treasures to find and shit, but it's still a nice self-contained 10-hour Resident Evil experience, right?
That's awesome.
It's nice. It's a very good game. Very good. I'm impressed with this game. It's my favorite Resident Evil, easily, hands down. No doubt about it.
I think I might give this a go.
And I like all the Resident Evils, but they were never like my favorite games before. If you ever asked me like, what's your favorite game, I would never say
Resident Evil were never a thing for me, really, ever. Like, I like dabbling in them, but I never played them seriously.
But this could be up there for me. Like, this is an excellent game. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't get that feeling like when I was playing. Remember, I told you I was playing 3 after Returnal, and it was jank. I don't feel that way playing this.
Well, yeah, because this is the FPS, the new series of Resident Evil, whereas those ones... And the funny thing is, the remake of 3 and 2, they actually updated the tank controls.
Oh shit, they did, yeah.
They made them less tanky, and you still felt like it was tanky, sure, because we just played fucking Returnal, where you could run around in circles on a dime and jump and dash and
that's right. Yeah.
Dodge, duck, dodge.
See how like I just left that lady's house and now I go up this elevator back to the village, to the hub
cool,
world? Yeah,
okay.
It's pretty fucking cool. So yeah, that's I guess my points on fucking Village is that with its fucking weird like appropriation of that fucking hub world format proper to Souls-like or fucking action games, it manages to be like fucking explore in a variety of different like horror aesthetics a coherent analogous idea that's applicable to all of them, you know, which you can read about on our site there or fucking just listen to the previous 20 minutes of conversation. Good shit, man. Love 8.
Hell yeah.
Love 8. I'm sure like fucking by the time I finish it, I just got to do that Heisenberg guy's fucking area, which is like a factory and totally different, like kind of like Saw-like horror vibe,
really?
You know? Yeah, where you fight a mechanical dragon, I'm pretty sure, if I understand correctly.
What the fuck?
That should be tight.
That's sick.
And then you fight Mother Miranda, this Silent Hill-esque cult leader.
Oh, okay.
Gotta be tight. Yeah, so I'm fucking hoping to finish that tonight and then get into Mass Effect, which, if you like, we can get into that now.
We might as well.
Conversationally, right?
The next thing I also want to jump into if Resident Evil doesn't get to me first, but so my history with Mass Effect is very brief, so I'll just get it out of the way. I booted up 1 on the 360 because somebody let me borrow the games. Mm-hmm. And
I didn't get it till it was a greatest hit game, bro.
Yeah, like I played maybe like
on Xbox.
a couple of minutes of it, and not that I didn't want to play more, but some shit went down, and I ended up getting rid of the games for another reason. But anyway, that was it. I played a couple minutes, and that was it. And I know, you know, I've heard of Mass Effect. I've heard how good
sure
they are, and I know about, you know, their sort of little legacy and
their pedigree.
Yeah, their pedigree. Yeah, but so I'm extremely excited to jump into these remasters.
Oh, you should be.
I fucking,
you should be.
You know,
you should be. Yeah.
I'm in a position where I'm sure a lot of people love these games would like to be in, right? To play them for the first time again.
Yeah.
Now, granted, hopefully I can play some of them. Like, should I start at 1? Should I start at 2? Obviously.
Well, you know, buddy, when we originally started talking about this, I told you not to play 1. Actually.
That was the thing, right?
And
that
you know, I was
what
thinking
you
about
said.
it though. I was thinking about it, right? Like, and I definitely think that it's not as good as 2, not by a long shot. Not even as good as 3.
And
not
I'm sure
by a long
that
shot.
is the case. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more like just fucking boring and fucking relying on like, you know.
Which one? 1?
1, yes.
Okay.
Like it explores like fucking Shepard becoming a Spectre, like pretty much like a, you know, a James Bond of space, you know, of the space UN. And how he fucking fights this other Spectre who goes over to the Reapers, Saren and shit like that. And it's pretty good, but like the stakes aren't as high as the other ones. Yeah. You know, it's fucking more waffly about the universe. It doesn't look as good. There's the driving segments, which I hated. Like, I do like the main narrative beats, though. That's what I was thinking. Like, the reason why, you know, you should start with 1 maybe because it's worth seeing those main narrative beats. There are some major ones, right? You could choose, for example, I'm pretty sure you get to choose if you cure the Krogan genophage, which is like this fucking, you know, Mass Effect has a great, very rich universe, by the way. And that's one of the amazing things to love about it. And there was this event before the game starts where these 2 races of aliens, one is called Solarians. They're like newts, kind of. These skinny, like little, they look like amphibians in fucking space. They were at war with another race called the Krogans. These like kind of like T-Rex looking, hulking dudes. Okay. And you have both of these guys in your party, you know? And they were at war, so the Solarians fucking used a biological weapon to essentially fucking sterilize the Krogans. They can't reproduce anymore. It's called the genophage. They're all slowly dying out, right? And I think in number 1, you can choose, for example, what to do to cure that, or even to cure it, perhaps. I can't exactly remember the details of it.
So you can extinct an entire race.
You can choose to let them go extinct.
Right, yes. And does that have implications in the second one?
Oh, yes, it does. Yeah. And even in the third one, because there's a point in the third one where you're rallying armies to finally fight against the Reapers, and they'll remember such actions, you know? They'll remember that. Even in another one, there's like this race called the Rachni. They're like these fucking little, they look like roaches. They're like space aliens, huge like roaches, essentially. Yeah, oh god. And you get to fucking decide to exterminate their queen or not in number 1, too. A lot of genocide in the Mass Effect games, apparently. It's fucking strange. Yeah. Now that I think about it, I don't know, man.
I was gonna say, like, so you know when like different tags, like on Steam or something, like tag fucking genocide.
Yeah.
If you're looking for genocide, well.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for genocide, play Mass Effect. Yeah, you can literally choose to be responsible for the genocide of
whatever.
two different races.
I'm okay with that. You know, we shouldn't be fucking.
I mean, I'm not going to genocide them because literally there's no good reason narratively, and it's bad for your game.
Yeah, I just mean like even the fact that it's there, like, you know, fuck, it's a video game.
No, I guess so.
Whatever.
Yeah, it is.
Fuck,
Yeah.
Fucking bitch.
No, I mean, yeah, of course it's there because its point is to make you ask,
But, like,
okay, well, the Solarians fucking neutered the Krogans because they were literally like conducting a campaign against them that they would have themselves, you know, feared extermination from, right? So what
Right.
fucking choice did they have? Blah blah blah. It's supposed to be an RPG, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's what that era of BioWare games always had. They were centered around like, just like Jedi, Knights of the Old Republic, there. Fucking Dragon Age, you know, they were centered around these like few crucial narrative decisions all in service of like a main plot point, you know, like
Right.
in fucking Jedi you don't realize that you're Darth Revan and all the fucking choices you're making are determining if after your mind was fucking wiped you're still a dick or if you fucking now are, you know, a nice guy,
God,
right?
okay,
You
yeah,
went over
yeah.
to the light side of the Force essentially, right?
Right.
And in fucking Dragon Age all the stuff you're doing determines what kind of forces you have to fight the Archdragon. In fucking Mass Effect it's truly cool because all the shit you do in 1, some shit you do in 2, it all impacts like number 3 in the war against the Reapers and stuff. Yeah,
That's crazy.
And it even impacts in number 2. Like you see a lot of the characters from 1 and their attitude towards you is totally decided by
really?
you know, your actions in the first game, right? And whilst it is possible to play like this comic book,
Yes,
like,
you mentioned that,
yeah.
and that was one of the reasons
Yeah.
don't play 1 because you'll just be able
Yeah.
to make the choices.
Yeah.
But maybe it won't have the same gravity to
there's
just
even a
check
few
them
missing.
off.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, it definitely doesn't have the gravity for sure.
Right.
You're absolutely right. It's
You're just
you know,
checking them out. I don't know anything about this.
Yeah.
You're just making a decision on
Yeah,
a whim, right?
exactly,
Whereas
yeah.
if you actually played through it,
Yeah, and you spend some time with the characters, you know. That's another great thing about Mass Effect. The characters are awesome.
Yeah.
One thing you always do in Mass Effect is after every mission, you go back to your ship, which is kind of like the hub world.
Right.
You can walk around the ship and talk to all the characters, you know?
and have dialogue. And
Oh,
fucking,
yes. What a great
cool.
thing that you fucking are like, it's like picking up a purple item in a shit game, you know? In this game, they don't reward you with fucking some inflated, like, Bourge number fucking titillation. It's instead like some substantial narrative content that builds
Yeah.
the characters and universe. So it's fantastic. Yeah,
That's
it's a
awesome.
in all the games, that's pretty cool. Like, your crew in number 1 is even not nearly as interesting as in number 2, but still, like, you fucking meet some central characters, you know, you see Shepard become a Spectre. I definitely think you should start with 1.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that too, and this is going to be my motivating factor in beating Returnal tonight, hopefully, because
Yeah.
I really, really want to jump in like now. Now that
Yeah, I
there's
know.
there's time now, right?
That's
I
my
think
motivation to beat this tonight.
Yeah, there you go. Like what else do we have around us? There's
Biomutant on Tuesday, bro. For me, that's a huge game.
Fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to stop whatever I'm doing to
I was
play
gonna
that.
say I think I'm free and clear right now, but that's also another good game. We're gonna have to make some decisions here. You can jump into maybe that if you.
I'm gonna play that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do the Virgin Mass Effect tour.
At the very least, I'll finish this by then.
Yeah, fair enough.
For sure, I can finish this tonight, I think. And then maybe I'll fucking smash out one of the Mass Effects before Tuesday. I don't know. What day is it today? Saturday?
Today
Oh
is
yeah. Fuck.
Saturday,
No way,
buddy.
man. No way. Well, maybe 2. Back in the day, bro, when I was I was like 19, 20. I
Yeah,
worked at
yeah.
EB Games there. I fucking finished 20-hour games in like a couple of days. No problem.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
I didn't read any books though. I was a useless fucker. You know, useless
Yeah,
bastard.
things are a little more complicated nowadays.
Yeah, no, I've many other things. Yeah,
Many
I was
things.
truly useless though.
That's all right.
Gave you a
though.
lot of time to play video games.
Yeah. You say
But that
we,
constitutes the basis for my thought about them now, I guess. You know, that extensive time spent with the
Yeah.
360 generation of games, right?
Yeah, I guess so. A lot of that. I mean, spent a lot of time gaming and sort of taking in a lot of shit up until that point, right? And then we started recording and talking about it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
If anyone made
I
it
feel like
this far,
even-
fucking
Yeah, man.
definitely want to extend a big fucking thank you.
Thank you guys, yeah. That's a good point.
I have my fucking doubts looking at the ticker go on.
What are we at?
40 minutes.
That's good. That's a good place to fucking end her.
I think so.
Yeah, man, fucking we came a long way since we started. Everything's way more clear.
I think so.
Yeah, that's our time to call it. Thank you very much, gentlemen and ladies. We fucking love you, and we thank you for tuning in and for listening to us ramble. Play your games and come back on Tuesday for GUI Live and Unleashed.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking take care, friends.